Next question on final accounts with partnership. From following trial balance of MS, Kajol and Sunil prepared trading account and profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/89 and balance sheet as on that date. Okay, so we two partners, so we will also make partners capital account. So we have been given Kajol's drawing, Sunil's drawing, that will go to your partners capital account. Opening stock 2 lakh, so opening stock 1488 है और बुक्स बन रही हैं 8889 की. So opening stock 2 lakh over here in trading account debit side. Okay, bills receivable assert है. Purchases 2,70,000. So purchases in the inner column of your trading account 2,70,000 because there must be some adjustments. Return inward का क्या मतलब होता है? कोई goods अंदर आए हैं, means you must have sold them sometime, so they are coming back to you. So return inward is your sales return 10,000. So sales minus sales return 10,000. Sales का figure जब मिलेगा then we'll write. Okay. Plant and machinery 1 lakh is your assert. Loose tools 25,000 assert. Patents 25,000 again assert. Debtors assert. Cash assert side. Bank assert side. Salaries is your indirect expenses. Okay. Wages direct expenses. So wages trading में डालो 19,000 is your wages. In the inner column there is an adjustment. We'll read the question full now. So wages 19,000. Rates and taxes. Expense है ना, rates and taxes. So P&L debit side. Insurance again my expense. Printing and stationery general expenses all indirect expenses. Power and fuel 3,500. So power and fuel direct expense. Factory में काम आ रहा है. To power and fuel. How much? 3,500. Okay. Now capitals दिया हुआ है. Directly opening capitals आप ले जाएंगे partners capital accounts में. Sales 4 lakh is given to you. So sales 4 lakh. Bills payable, my liability. Sundry creditors liability. Return outwards, yani return out. I must have purchased something and now I am sending it out. Means purchase return कर रही हूँ. Return outwards. So purchase less purchase return. How much? 4,500. I'll keep it open if there is other adjustment. Now revalue loose tools for 20,000. So mark loose tools 20,000 कम हुआ है. So 5,000 is less. 20,000 only loose tools में दिखाना है. So 5,000 will be loss on revaluation of loose tools. So let's do this adjustment. Revalue loose tools on 20,000. So 5,000, 25,000 minus 20,000. 5,000 P&L में डेबिट करना है. लॉस ऑन रिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ लूज टूल्स 5,000 एंड बैलेंस शीट में लूज टूल्स पे जाना है. लूज टूल्स का वैल्यू कितना है? लूज टूल्स 25,000 है, बट व्हाट यू हैव रिटन ऑफ इज 5,000 एंड 20,000 हमको आउटर कॉलम में लेकर आना है. So we have done adjustment regarding the loose tools. Second, depreciate plant and machinery at the rate 5% and patents at the rate 15%. So plant and machinery का value, let's see. Plant and machinery 1 lakh. So plant and machinery in the inner column 1 lakh. And now depreciation on plant and machinery at the rate 5%. So 5,000 here and 95,000 in the outer column. And now प्लांट एंड मशीनरी को डेप्रिसिएट किया एंड पेटेंट्स 15%. So see, patents is 25,000. So patents 25,000 and depreciate patents at the rate 15% means 3750. So 3750 depreciation for patents. 21,250 outer column में लाइए. So two amounts of depreciation P&L debit में जाएगा 5,000 and 3750. So let's do this. Depreciation. To depreciation, how much? 5,000 plus 3750, 8,750. Here depreciation 8,750. So we are done with the loose tools. The patents is also done and plant and machinery is also done. So your first point on revaluation and plant and machinery, the second point depreciation, done. Now provide for bad and doubtful debts to be made provision for bad and doubtful debts at the rate 5%. So debtors 1,25,000 है और कोई बैड डेट्स पहले से दिया नहीं है क्वेश्चन में. सो बैलेंस शीट सन्ड्री डेटर्स 1,25,000. सो सन्ड्री डेटर्स को लो. $125. Now 5% provision बनाना है for doubtful debts. Less 5% provision 6,250. 1,18,750 in the outer column. Okay. Now ये provision क्या है? मेरे लिए indirect expense है. So 6,250 I will take it to the profit and loss account debit side. Move there to provision for bad debts 6,250. Okay. Now this is also done. Now moving on to the next point. Prepaid insurance 750. But before that we have cash, bank, salaries, wages. So let's write cash and bank as it is. उसमें तो कोई adjustment है नहीं, तो बैलेंस शीट में कैश एंड बैंक लिख लेते हैं. Cash 2,000. So cash 2,000 here in your balance sheet. Bank 75,550. So 75,550. हो गया. Salaries 11,000 and see provision किस किस का है. Provision for see insurance में एक तो आपका there is an adjustment. So mark insurance over here with an adjustment. Provision for outstanding expenses to be made. Wages, salaries, printing and stationery. So wages. Then your salaries 11,000 and printing and stationery 2,000. इन सब का एडजस्टमेंट है. So move further. See salaries, wages, printing and stationery. Let's see. And insurance. Insurance is prepaid insurance, right? So we have done bank cash. Now salaries in the inner column 11,000. Why inner column? एक adjustment है. We have marked it for the adjustment. So see salaries 2,000. Provision for outstanding expenses to be made. Salaries 2,000. So add outstanding less prepaid is the rule. So add outstanding salaries. How much is your outstanding? Salaries 2,000 and outstanding wages 1,000. So add outstanding wages 1,000 and 20,000 will come in the outer column. Okay, wages done. Salaries. See, salaries is in the inner column 11,000 and see salaries 2,000 outstanding. So add outstanding salary 2,000. So plus 2,000 होगा इधर, add outstanding, and 13,000 will come in the outer column. Wages हो गया, salaries हो गया, printing and stationery 2,000 is there. So let's see, printing and stationery is 2,000 is given, and then what is the adjustment? 1,000 is outstanding. So add 1,000, that comes up to 3,000. And ये सारी चीजें will also go in your balance sheet. कोई भी चीज expense which is outstanding is my liability. I will have to pay it in future. So write it in the balance sheet. All the outstanding expenses, all three of them in the balance sheet. What are the outstanding expenses? See, outstanding wages was 1,000. Outstanding salaries was 2,000. And outstanding printing and stationery again 1,000. So the amount comes up to 4,000. Balance sheet. Every point which is given as additional information, दो effect देना ही है उसको. Okay. So this point also done. Prepaid insurance 750. So let's see, insurance अभी हमने 3,000 is given. See, insurance here 3,000. Insurance 3,000. And add outstanding less prepaid. So it is prepaid insurance 750. So less करेंगे, less 750. 3,000 minus 750. That comes up to 2,250. और प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस है तो मेरा एसर्ट है वो, बिकॉज मैंने पहले एडवांस में दे दिया है. सो एम आई एसर्ट. सो प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस 750 बैलेंस शीट में भी आएगा. प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस 750 in your balance sheet. So fifth point is also done. Just see, closing stock will mark in your trading and balance sheet. Closing stock 1,30,000. So mark it here, closing stock 130 in balance sheet and closing stock 130 in your trading account. So this adjustment number 7 is also done. Okay. This is also done. Prepaid insurance is also done. Now, Kajol took goods worth rupees 5,000 for personal use. No entry done in this regard. Means goods personal use के लिए लेके जा रहे हैं. So that is drawing. So that you will have to deduct the drawing. So less 5,000 will be your drawing. See, 2,70,000 minus 4,500 is purchase return. So you get 2,65,500 minus 5,000 is in your drawing. So minus 5,000 again for drawing. And Kajol is drawing 8. So I will also do this entry in partners capital account 5,000. See, capital account का credit balance होता है and drawing का debit. So let me write capital of Kajol and Sunil. Kajol 1,80,000 and Sunil 1,50,000. And now drawing. Kajol is doing the drawing of 5,000 goods. So Kajol drawing 5,000. I am marking over here. So these two are also done. And sixth point is covered. Closing stock is covered. Now let's move on to the last adjustment, number 8. Goods costing rupees 5,000 destroyed by fire and insurance company admitted claim of rupees 3,500 in full settlement, of which no entry has been passed. So 5,000 is good destroyed by fire. Means मैं purchase में से 5,000 गुड्स डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय फायर या तो लेस कर दूं या मेरे ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में लिख दूं. So 5,000 I'll subtract because goods are destroyed by fire and take the amount in the outer column 255,500. Okay, and now loss destroyed by fire कितना है? See, goods destroyed by fire were 5,000, but insurance company has accepted 3,500 का claim. So my loss is only 5,000 minus 3,500, 1,500. So that loss I will take to P&L debit. Loss of goods destroyed by fire 1,500. Okay, and insurance company's claim is my assert. वो मुझे मिलेगा. So insurance claim assert balance sheet में जाइए and write it as insurance claim 3,500. Okay, so we are done with that last adjustment. Now see what all things are pending. Bills payable, sundry creditors. Now bills payable and sundry creditors, both items are your items of liability side. So take them to the balance sheet. See your bills payable is written as 1,40,000. So 140. Okay. Sundry creditors 60,000. So creditors 60,000. And your return outward is done. Purchase return outward 4,500. Purchase return is done. And outstanding expenses. So outstanding expenses is still pending. Keep it. Capital of Kajol and Sunil we have to write 180 and 150. That is in your capital account. Now drawings adjust होगा उसके अंदर and उसके बाद net profit या net loss का adjustment होगा. Then we will get the balance. Okay, that balance will be put here. So let's move on to the trading account. Let's take the amount sales minus sales return in the outer column 3,90,000 and closing stock 130. All the 4 items here. So balancing figure will be your gross profit that comes up to 41,000. And the total 5,20,000. See here one item rates and taxes 7,500 we have not marked. So rates and taxes 7,500 is my indirect expense. So profit and loss account debit side. Now, how many items? 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, salaries 13,000 is done. Now, loss by fire 1,500. Loss of loose tools 5,000. Now, 6250 is your provision for bad debts. Rates and taxes 7,500. 3,000 is your printing and stationery. Insurance 2,250. And your general expenses we have to mark 6,500 indirect expense. So general expenses 6,500 and your depreciation. The debit side is higher क्योंकि credit में कोई just gross profit है 41,000, no other income. Take the total. So the total comes up to 53,750. 53,750. Now the balancing figure will be your loss by net loss 12,000 750. ओके, ये नेट लॉस को आपको पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट में ले जाके डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा इन देयर प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो. So 12750, divide it in their profit sharing ratio, which is 6,375 each. Okay, now this is also done, and see, two drawings at the starting was given, काजोल्स ड्राइंग एंड सुनील्स ड्राइंग. सो कैपिटल का क्रेडिट बैलेंस होता है, उसमें से पैसे निकालेंगे, ड्रॉ करेंगे तो एट योर डेबिट साइड. सो ड्राइंग्स काजोल 14,450 एंड सुनील 10,000. So this is also done. So let's balance partners capital account. Take the total 180, 150. Okay, now balancing figure is your closing capital 154, 175 and 133, 625. Take the total. And take these figures to capital balance sheet. So let's move on to the balance sheet. Now, after drawing and net profit adjustment, the final figures which we get from partners capital account is Kajol 154, 175 and Sunil 133, 625. Take the total 287,800 and then take the total of your liability side 4,91,800 and the total again of your asset side 4 lakh. Bills receivable is missing. See, bills receivable. Bills payable is given, and what about the bills receivable? Bills receivable is 25,000. So write bills receivable 25,000. And now let's take the total. The total comes up to 491,800. The simple method is read the questions once, then mark everything which has adjustment, because everything which has adjustment will have two effects. उनका टू इफेक्ट्स दो, बाकी चीजों का सिंगल इफेक्ट दो. बैलेंस शीट में जाना है, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस ट्रेडिंग में जाना है, पार्टनर्स कैपिटल में जाना है, वो सब एडजस्टमेंट करके मूव स्टेप बाय स्टेप, देन देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इन दिस क्वेश्चन.